Well, good afternoon. This is Nicole Stanley from Really Live Wellness, and I hear from quite a few people, what do I do about cold and flu season? Well, first of all, I want to change your thinking. Cold and flu is not an actual season. Most of the reason why these things happen is because we're not getting fresh air, we're not out in sunshine, and we're trapped indoors with people spreading and sharing all kinds of interesting things, and that's the biggest reason. So it's not a season. You can do so many things to support your body systems so that you can keep your lymphatic system removing waste through the kidneys and skin, and you can do so many things to help yourself to function at the best possible level. So that I've been talking about in the other oil videos. So what I'd like to talk to you about is, I think my daughter wants to be in every video. That was Gabby. The thing I'd like to share with you today, actually, I just want to share with you some things that our family does when we actually do get a virus, okay? And these are things that we have found work. I'm not a big fan of eating 30 cloves of garlic. I know people who do that, and it works for them, but I just have found other ways that are a little more pleasant than that. One of my very favorite ways, if one of us has something, is using On Guard and diffusing it. So if you don't have a diffuser, you would definitely need a diffuser, but you can also put it in your hand and inhale it for a couple minutes, several times a day. You can put it on the bottom of your feet and put your socks on and do that a few times a day. They also have On Guard soft gels, and in the On Guard soft gels it includes Melissa, which is one of the strongest antivirals out there, and oregano, which is one of the strongest antibacterials out there. And virus and bacteria actually have a very interesting relationship. So I'm not going to get into that right now, but I just want to tell you it's really good when you can take something that's going to deal with bacteria and virus together. So there's that. I also like to use Zendocrine because Zendocrine is a detoxification formula, and it, I believe, helps carry that waste out of the lymphatic system through the kidneys and the skin. So I always take that too. So I'll take 2 of these and 1 of these 1 to 3 times a day. If things are really acute, I'll do it every hour or 2 until I see that the symptoms are subsiding. And usually in the past, if I started showing symptoms, I would get on it and I would try to get rid of it super fast. But now my thinking's changing, and so now I'm more into letting it express without it taking total control over my body. So I'm actually doing less so that my body can express and remove rather than more and have it suppress and remain. Those are other videos I'm going to do too. Now, a lot of my new understanding talks about not using isolates because that also affects our chemistry, but I still am in the paradigm of thinking that when you aren't getting enough solar rays, you got to do something. Now, vitamin D is actually a hormone that we make when our skin has contact with the sun. And I'm not 100% sure about my feelings with vitamin D3, but I got to tell you that when I basically had no vitamin D in my body, and one of the reasons we had to move to Wenatchee from the Seattle area was because I literally was not making vitamin D. And I took about 25,000 IUs of this a day for months and was finally able to get my vitamin D in range. So I still think there's value in this, okay? The other thing I like to use is elderberry extract. You could also use elderberry syrup if you've got a sore throat, but this extract is super good too. One of the main properties of elderberry is it protects the cell from connecting with the receptors of virus. And viruses are good cloakers, and elderberry pretty much exposes them. I mean, that's not the whole scientific explanation, but I'm just trying to put it in some layman's terms so that you can understand when you're taking elderberry, you're protecting yourself from viral invasion. The other thing that our family likes to use is Breathe. So this is a blend of a lot of respiratory and sinus oils that help help things to drain and help things to open up. And so we like to put that over our lungs, our chest area, and over our nasal passages and diffuse it. In fact, I like to diffuse Breathe and On Guard together. That's what I'm doing right now. The other thing I like to do, and I've talked about this in other videos, is steam inhale 5 drops a time, 5 drops of eucalyptus, 15 minutes every day until symptoms subside. Adding a little rosemary to the diffuser with some peppermint is a nice thing to do also. There's also these slippery elm lozenges that are super nice, And then there's also Zicam works great. If you've got a cough, this works great. These are homeopathics. Also, Cold Calm is a great formula. And also, no, I don't even know how to say that word. I just tell my husband, get the formula with the O. I don't know, it's so technical, huh? I'm using that, and I also like to use Bioplasma cell salts. Just helps your cells to stay hydrated and help just support you so that you can heal. Another thing that I like to do is take lemon, ginger, like an inch of ginger, a nice inch of ginger, slice it up really, really, really thin. Get some hot water, take this lemon, of course, wash the peel super, super good. And when I mean super, super good, I mean wash it super good. Like take some lemon essential oil or some On Guard essential oil and let it sit there for a while, or take some baking soda and some fruit wash and work that, but get that super clean. It's even better if it's organic first. Slice it, peel and all. Get your inch of ginger, and get that in your cup. Pour the hot water over it. Get a tablespoon of honey, and that coats your throat and supports your body's ability to remove waste and allow your body to heal itself. And really, that's my goal, is to help the body heal itself. But these are just some of the things that our family uses. I also like wool socks, and I remember what the treatment's called, but I like to take 100% cotton socks, get it as hot as you can right before bed, put them on your feet, put 100% wool socks over the top of that, and go to bed. There's a real nice drawing action that happens in allowing the lymphatic system to remove waste from your body, and I have found that to be super helpful. Also allowing myself to have the fever. I can go to 106 quite easily. Usually my fever will break at 105.5 or 105.6, so I will allow the fever because the fever is serving me. This fever is trying to make the body temperature to a point where the virus cannot handle it or the bacteria cannot handle it. So I will actually accentuate fevers. I'll get in the sauna, I'll get in a hot bath, I'll wrap myself up and try to get the fever to break. So I'm not really afraid of fevers. If it gets too high, then of course I'll cool it down with a nice wet cloth, sometimes ice water cloth, over the back of my neck, my chest, my feet. Lukewarm bath is nice too. That's what I'll try to do to get my body to bring things down. Or ice water too is nice. I also like to use castor oil packs over my lungs if I'm having a lot of congestion in my lungs. I also like to take hot baths with Zendocrine oil, or a lavender lemon combination, or a lavender lemongrass combination. Let's see, what else do I like to do? There's this stick called Breathe Vapor Rub or something like that, and you put that over your chest, and that's really nice. Let's see, what else does the book say? The book, is also talking about oils like sandalwood and Douglas fir and ginger and all kinds of other ones too. One of the things I discovered by accident one day is I got the peppermint beadlets, and I put one under my tongue and it popped, and I went, and then I went, and it just cleared me all out. It was kind of like this whole, it took my breath away how strong they were, but then what I realized the benefit of it is it just cleared me out. So if you just need some help clearing out, peppermint oil is a great thing to use if it's therapeutic grade. It should not say flammable on the back. It says flammable on the back. Obviously don't take it internally, and actually just don't use it. There's solvents in it. It's a toxin. It's not actually beneficial. Let's see, is there anything else? I'm sure there is. Drinking teas is a super good thing to do, herbal teas, and staying away from sugar. This is the no-brainer. If you have a viral or bacterial issue, don't eat sugar. Don't eat processed foods. Eat lots of fruits, lots and lots of fruits, and lots of vegetables, and you will support your body. In fact, if you've got a lot of mucus stuff going on, then drink lots of things with lemon in it, and eat a lot of grapes or watermelon, because that will help the body astringe the extra mucus out. Now you're going to have some mucus for a while, but it's going to get out faster. Also, there's this xylitol nasal spray. I know it's kind of weird, but xylitol has been found to really help clear out the sinuses. So you can get it online or the health food stores. I don't remember what it's called, but it's definitely xylitol. So if you look up xylitol nose spray, it should come up. And boy, be ready to start spitting mucus out, because it will just clear that right up. And also neti pots, but make sure you use distilled water that's been boiled. I like to Really make sure people understand that. And then you could either use eucalyptus or rosemary in it with the salts. And what else is there? I mean, there's just so many things. Everybody has their little tricks of their trade. But I have found these to be strategies that actually have served my family quite well. But again, I am focusing more on terrain theory and working on getting our bodies to a point where our immune systems are so strong because the lymphatic waste is moving through our bodies so effectively that these virus and bacteria, they come and go with grace and ease. That's what I'm working towards. But I just thought I would share with you what the Stanley family does. So I hope that helps someone. And I hope that we all get outside, and when there's sun, that we let that sun hit our skin and get rid of this idea or this notion of cold and flu season. Okay? All right. You have a great day. Nicola Stanley, Really Live Wellness.